are irrational numbers? So irrational numbers are numbers that are not rational. Acha, 3 is a factor of A, 3 is also a factor of B. Then how can you say that A and B are co-prime? तो root 3 एक irrational number है, right? ये तो हमने पढ़ा हुआ है, पर कैसे है? Let's see. Hello everyone, welcome to the session. So in today's session, we are going to learn how to prove that a given number is an irrational number. So this is a very important topic of the chapter real numbers, and a question from this topic most often appears in your board exams. है ना? आता ही आता है, right? So do watch this video till the very end if you want to see the proof and learn it. And also, if you love this video, do give us a like and do subscribe to never miss an update from us. So with that, let us first revise the definition of irrational numbers, right? आप लोगों ने 9th grade में पढ़ा ही होगा कि what are irrational numbers? So irrational numbers are numbers that are not rational or that cannot be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are what? They are integers and the denominator Q is not equals to 0. Ab, can you give some examples of irrational numbers? Do comment, okay? So one of the most common example of an irrational number is pi. Okay? A lot of people get confused that why pi is an irrational number when you can write pi as 22 by 7. So bacha, that is an approximation of pi. That's not the exact value of pi. Okay? Acha, ऐसे ही हमारा e, it's an irrational number, right? Another form of irrational number is this 0.20, 200, 200. So you can see that here, this is first of all non-terminating decimal, right? And moreover, it's also non-repeating. The digits, they are not repeating in a certain pattern. Okay, so this is clear. Okay, अब चलते हैं मुद्दे की बात पे. Let's see this theorem here which we are going to use in the proof that will follow next. So this theorem says that if a prime number P divides the square of a number, okay, then P divides the number too. So let's see here what this theorem is saying. So let's say we have a prime number P and it divides, let's say 68 square. I'm taking a random number, okay? Now, if this is true, then P will automatically divide the number 68 also. ठीक है? समझ में आ गया what theorem is saying, right? Okay, so with that, let us move on and let us see how we can prove that a given number is irrational. ठीक है? तो root 3 एक irrational number है, right? ये तो हमने पढ़ा हुआ है. पर कैसे है? Let's see. तो to start this proof, what we are going to do is, we are going to assume, let us assume that root 3 is rational. ठीक है? तो ये step number 1 है. आप क्या करोगे? आप अपने given number को rational assume करोगे. ठीक है? अब if root 3 is a rational number, then you can write root 3 as P over Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. लिख सकते हो? अच्छा, अगर P और Q के common factors हैं, तो हम उन्हें cancel out भी कर सकते हैं. And ultimately, we can say that the given irrational number root 3 can be written in the form A by B, where A and B are co-prime integers. What do you mean by co-prime, everyone? By co-prime, we mean that these two numbers have no common factor other than 1. Okay? So, they are co-prime integers and B is not equals to 0. Okay? So this is step number 2. Okay. So now let us see what step number 2 says. So it says that root 3 can be written as A over B. Okay? अब I'm just going to move b to the left hand side. So we'll have a is equals to root 3b. Now I'm going to square both the sides. So squaring both the sides. So on squaring both the sides, what do you get? You get a square is equals to 3b square. Okay. Now, a square is also an integer, b square is also an integer, and you can write a square as 3 into b square. What does that tell us? That tells us that 3 is a factor of a square, or 3 divides a square. Right, everyone? Okay. So let's write that down. So here, this implies that 3 is a factor of a square. Okay, if 3 is a factor of a square, then is 3 a factor of a also? It is. How? Because we have seen in the previous theorem that if a prime number p divides the square of a number, then that prime number also divides that number. Okay? So if 3 is a factor of a square, then 3 is a factor of a also. Right? By what theorem? Let's write it down. If p divides a square, then p also divides a. Okay, everyone? Okay. So, squaring both the sides was step number 3, and step number 4 was deducing that 3 is a factor of a. Okay? So, if 3 is a factor of a, then I can write a as 3k. And if a is 3k, then I can square both the sides and I can write a square is equals to 9k square. Right, everyone? Okay. Chalo. So now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this as 1. Okay? And I'm going to take this as 2. And I'm going to put 2 in 1. Okay. So putting 2 in 1, what do we get? We'll get 9k square. So see, I am putting in place of a square, 9k square. Okay, so 9k square is equals to 3b square. So you can divide both the sides by 3, right? So what will you get? You will get 3k square is equals to b square. Okay, now if b square can be written as 3 into k square, then that means that 3 is a factor of b square. Right, everyone? 3 is a factor of b square. And again, by using the same theorem, we can say that 3 is a factor of b also. Okay, the same theorem we are using here also. Okay, you can write it. Acha, 3 is a factor of a, 3 is also a factor of b. Then how can you say that a and b are co-prime? Because remember, we assumed that a and b are co-prime. But we have proved here that a and b are actually not co-prime. They have a common factor 3. And that means our assumption is wrong. Okay? So, since 3 is a factor of both a and b, that tells us that our assumption was wrong. And that tells us that in fact, root 3 is an irrational number. It's an irrational number. Okay. So now full marks guaranteed in this question. Right, everyone? Chaliye, let's do one more kind of question that is asked in your board exams. Okay? So here we have to prove that 7 minus 4 root 5 is an irrational number given that root 5 is an irrational number. अब हमारा काम यहाँ पे आसान हो गया है. हमें ऑलरेडी बोल दिया कि ठीक है भाई, रूट 5 irrational है, मान लिया. पर अब प्रूफ करो कि 7 minus 4 root 5 भी irrational है. चलिए करते हैं. So always in these types of question you will assume the contrary. Okay. So let us assume that 7 minus 4 root 5 is rational. Okay? Now, if 7 minus 4 root 5 is a rational number, then we can write it in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0, right everyone? Also, we can cancel out P and Q by their common factors and then reduce this into the form A by B, where A and B are co-primes, okay, and B is not equals to 0. So, we'll directly write that. We'll say that 7 minus 4 root 5 can be written in the form A over B, where A and B are co-prime integers, right? That means they have no common factors. And B is not equals to 0. आप ध्यान रखना पिछले वाले क्वेश्चन में the most important thing was you have to take these integers as co-prime, ठीक है, because आप ultimately यही प्रूव करोगे कि ये co-prime नहीं है, तो पहले co-prime लेके चलना, ठीक है? Okay everyone, so we can write 7 minus 4 root 5 as A over B. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to deduce what root 5 will look like, okay? So for that I'm going to take this minus 4 root 5 on the right hand side and bring A by B on the left hand side. So we'll have 7 minus A over B is equals to 4 root 5. Okay, so I can write this as 7B minus A over B is equals to 4 root 5. Now I'll take this 4 also on the left hand side. So we'll have 7B minus A over 4B is equals to root 5. ठीक है everyone? अब remember the properties of integers that you studied, okay? So you studied that integers are actually closed under subtraction. That means if you subtract two integers, you'll get an integer. ठीक है? Also, if you multiply two integers, you'll get an integer. So 7 into B will be an integer. 7B minus A will also be an integer using the closure property for integers. ठीक है? अच्छा, 4 into B will also be an integer. तो अब numerator भी integer है, denominator भी integer है. Also, 4B is not equals to 0 because B is not equals to 0. We assumed that, right? So, if root 5 can be written as an integer over an integer where the denominator is not equals to 0, then root 5 becomes a rational number because it is satisfying the definition of a rational number, right? But root 5 तो rational है ही नहीं क्योंकि हमें दिया हुआ था क्वेश्चन में, right? So from here we can say that root 5 is a rational number. है ना? But root 5 is an irrational number. And that tells us that our assumption is wrong. Our assumption is wrong, right? And hence we can say that 7 minus 4 root 5 is an irrational number. Now I hope that in your exams you can do these types of questions pretty easily, right? So if you love this video, do give us a like and do subscribe to never miss an update from us. Thank you.